I love Xbox. And when I say I love Xbox, I fucking love Xbox. So much so that I've had every console that's ever been released. Every game you can imagine. Controllers, TV remote. Shit, I even got the XBZ chain on, bro. That's how serious it is. All of that to say, it's my favorite brand of all time. Growing up in the 360 era, running home from school to hop on Halo with the boys and cracking open a Mountain Dew. That was life for me. Everyone that knows me knows I can't stop yapping about Xbox. It has really become a part of my identity, which I've worn with pride to be on the green side. But today, Xbox isn't the same lovable gaming brand it once was. Microsoft has, with Satya Nadella, done everything to steer the ship over to subscription-based, with Game Pass in focus and reaching as many players as humanly possible, anywhere and everywhere. After losing the Xbox One generation and majority of players going over to PlayStation permanently, Xbox hasn't really recovered in the mainstream. But over the years, the nostalgia has really hit me, and I'm more than ever worried about what the future of Xbox will look like. Is it gonna be cloud only, Game Pass centered, or focused on new amazing hardware like I want it to be? Xbox is trying to do all of that at once. Everything is on Xbox in their eyes, as long as they can access its store and services like Game Pass. And that's how we ended up here today, with the first handheld Xbox ever made. This is something that I would have never thought in 1,000 years would ever actually happen. Xbox on the go. We were all talking about it when the PSP and PS Vita took over, but also with the 3DS era, but also when it came over to the Switch. Both the competitors made great handhelds, but Xbox never really jumped in. Until now, because Xbox has now partnered together with ASUS and AMD to renew their hardware. Which means this is the first Xbox that's not fully made in-house by Microsoft. This saves Microsoft a ton of money from manufacturing a console that could very well flop like the previous ones, and ASUS, who are already mass manufacturing handheld PCs and already have those factories. The pricing was kind of steep, with the regular Xbox Ally going for $599 and the Ally X, which we will review today, going for a whopping $1,000. This is the first time we've seen one of the three big gaming companies going over the $1,000 mark, something that we should get way more used to than we believe is necessary, both when it comes to tariffs, but generally that they've always sold these consoles at a loss, hoping to make that loss back with the subscriptions and game sales. The issue is that the gaming companies don't think much more hardware will be sold, which is turning on its head now that every gaming company has understood that they're not gonna sell as many consoles anymore. So if there's not much growth, obviously they want to make money on the customers that exist. We saw that with the controversial Game Pass price hike, and with all this bad press, you would expect that this handheld is not gonna sell well. But Xbox is saying it's selling like hotcakes and going out of stock everywhere, which makes you wonder, why are people buying this thing? Is it just diehard Xbox fans like me which will buy anything that's got the green logo on it? Or is it good enough that even you that just want a game, whether it's on a PC, Nintendo, PlayStation, is this for you? Based on ASUS's previous handheld lineup that launched in summer 2023 under the name ROG Ally, this is that but branded Xbox, and boots with the interface that you see when you play Xbox on PC. Because this is at the end of the day a Windows computer, running Windows 11 on a brand new AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor chip. That was a mouthful. Capable of gaming at 120 Hz. And here we have it. Finally, the day is here. October 16th. Let's cut it up. Alright, so digging in, instantly we see the Xbox Ally X. This is probably the most exciting part of the whole unboxing, because unfortunately, as we live in the EU, we don't get a charger. Not even the USB-C cable. The only extra product in the packaging is the manual guide, which I never even look into. I kind of throw these away. And oh, for fuck's sake, it's not even charged out of the packaging. I'm gonna hook this up and I'll be back in like an hour. And now it's finally charged and ready to go. Right when you get into it, it starts with a bunch of updates asking you to connect to Wi-Fi, log into Microsoft account. If you've ever set up a Windows PC, this is identical, because this doesn't run on Xbox OS. This is Windows 11. After some updates and more updates and even more updates. Believe it or not, I had to stop the recording and continue filming the next day. This needed, without a joke, hundreds of updates. From firmware to software to Armory Crate, Microsoft Store, system updates. Yeah, this is not a boot up and go kind of device, which I unfortunately realized quite quickly. And I was really hoping for a more stripped down Windows experience that was made for gaming, as they said. But this is just feeling more and more like the buggy and tacky Windows 11 software that we all just gotta deal with. When it comes to the physical build, I'm genuinely loving it. The hand grips feel identical to holding an Xbox controller. They really perfected that feel. Now when it comes to gaming, there are games that are optimized for the Xbox Ally X and use the full power of the device, but most games are not. Showing up this blue I button saying you could run into issues. And worst of all, your full Xbox library from console will not carry over here, because they have to support Xbox Play Anywhere. A feature that most publishers have just not wanted to participate in because they see it as losing out on additional sales. So for example, if they sell you a game on Xbox Series X and you get the Ally, they're thinking, why should you get the game for PC as well when they could instead force you to buy it again on like Steam for $80? So this makes it that mostly only Microsoft owned studios are putting their games on Xbox Play Anywhere. So sure, if I'm gonna download Halo, it's gonna be easy, but you know, all the games I bought from Helldivers 2, Borderlands 4, Sonic Racing, Metal Gear Solid Delta, yeah, none of those are coming over here. Gaming on the device feels satisfying. I mean, it's a premium build, and while I've seen some reviews talking about how big and chunky the whole handheld is, I genuinely don't agree. Like, I've had the previous ROG without the controller grips on the side, and this feels way more comfortable. I mean, I could definitely run this on the airport or on work without feeling like I'm bringing a massive piece of gear with me. Sure, you're gonna need it in a case to go around, but I don't really mind the size. And it puts up pretty respectable performances. I mean, I don't really go for the ultra high specs since I'm more of a performance guy, but I had like ultra high settings on every game I benchmarked, and personally I did not notice any issues. But I would imagine that if you get the cheaper version, the Xbox Ally, the white version, yeah, you're gonna run into issues. This is definitely one of the strongest gaming handhelds on the market right now. When it comes to like regarding the price, yeah, I agree that it's very expensive, but man, I've always had the mindset, if you're ready to put on $2,000 on a new iPhone every 2 years, we should have some more higher spec devices for gaming, because that's literally where you need them. So yeah, of course it's expensive, but it's also a fantastic gaming PC on the go. And if it's worth the price for just gaming, I don't know. Like, I'm definitely going to use this for work, whether it's gonna be booting up Rekordbox and using it to DJ on venues portably and being able to switch between that and hopping into your favorite games. I mean, you're going to have to find different uses for this device. Don't try and lock yourself down to only seeing this as a gaming device, because then I would say you're not really using it to its full purpose. This is not a Steam Deck type of situation where it's fully focused on gaming. This is a Windows PC with a slight skin focusing on gaming. I'm going to give this device a 7 out of 10. I think it works great for handheld gaming. It's a bit too gimmicky to call it a true Xbox experience right now. It needs specific software updates and development, so don't expect this to feel like your Series X. But as a strong, portable Windows handheld, it does the damn job. I really appreciate you watching this till the end. I did not expect that. I'm getting into making more videos in English. I run a pop culture channel where I talk about everything from artists to gaming, movies, news, and most of my success has been in Sweden. You know, I have a TikTok page with over 300k followers, and I'm trying to use all of that knowledge I've built up over the years to achieve my dream of YouTube and making the type of content that I want to make. So till next time, I'll see you over here at Alan Max. Peace.